What's up guys, welcome to another episode of Workplace Sneakers. Today we are joined with Irish professional boxer and now promoter Michael Conlan. Mate, thank you very much for coming on.
No problem, Joe.
How have you been?
Pleasure, mate. I've been good. Not long back from my holiday, so...
How was your holiday?
Rested and recovered. I was mental, but still I'm recovered and rested now,
Where
so
were
I'm
you?
good. I was just in Ibiza, and then I'll go away with my family next week now, so nice and chilled, relaxed, have 2 weeks in Italy, chill out and just recover.
Brilliant, mate. I've seen as well the new business journey.
Yeah, the beer is out. I brought my own beer with my partner Casey. Brought our own beer, Lagra it's called. It's an Irish lager.
Good. How's that been doing?
Yeah, we launched it in Ibiza. You know, it's
I've seen
flan.
some of the pictures with Wayne Lineker and that.
We have Lineker, we have Loftus Cheek, we have Joey Essex, we have a lad holding it. So it's been good so far.
Good.
And I'm excited to see how far it goes.
What's the plans with it going forward?
I want to get in the American, man. You know, you got 6 million Irish in Ireland, but you got 35 million Irish in America.
In America?
And Irish America love Irish brands, so if we can get that to America, I think it can be really big.
For sure.
It's brewed with shamrocks and everything, so the look of the Irish is in it. You know what I mean? Proper stuff.
Good.
Lagra stands for With Love in Irish, so you could say.
Is that your idea?
If you're having a pint of it in Scotland or in Glasgow, you say, "Oh, Glasgow Lagra," which means from Glasgow with love.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? So it's
good, mate.
it's
good.
lovely.
But anyway, just getting right into it. Obviously, going right back to the start. How did the boxing come about? What age did you start getting into it?
I started boxing when I was 7. I followed my 2 brothers into the gym. They get sent to learn how to defend themselves and stuff, but I just wanted to be like my oldest brother Jamie. The brother in between us, Brendan. We always clashed.
When you were young?
Yeah, when we were young. Not too much now. A little bit at times, but we're all good. But I always wanted to be like Jamie, so I followed them to the gym and just done it from then, and the rest is history, so to say.
Was he, so Jamie, as you said, was he the reason for you to start?
Yeah, he was the reason I started boxing. Yeah, and the reason he started boxing was because Brendan started boxing. He gets sent to the gym with Brendan just to be like his older brother, go keep him company, kind of thing. He never really wanted to box. He liked football. He played for Celtic boys and stuff here,
right, okay.
And he always wanted to be a footballer.
What about you with the football? Never?
I did, but I was always too small, and I knew it was too small. And it came to an age, I was like 13, and the coach in the gym, Shawnee, says to me, next time you got to choose between the other sports. I was doing GAA, I was doing hurling.
So was that the age where it started to get a bit more serious?
Well, like my first year, like not when I was 7, so the first year actually competing where it is competitive is like you're 11, 12. And I won everything that year, won all Ireland's everything, won national titles. And like I knew it was good, but it was like around the age of like 12, 13, I was told you have to pick now what won.
What you want to
win. Well, I was a ringer in football because I was so small, so I always played for the year below. And I was decent, but like I wasn't ever going to be a professional footballer.
At what point did you realise, like, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into it, and it's kind of like professional boxing is what you wanted to do?
From the start, I knew I was good. I knew I was good. Like, winning everything, was undefeated and all in the first year. I was like, I'll be a boxer, and then...
Did you have any fighters that you looked up to?
Like the likes of, Manny Pacquiao and Eric Morales, Marco Tunobura, Prince Nassim, all that kind of group of fighters. They were brilliant. And Nazim, if you look, like I hated his arrogance and his Englishness, so to say, but his entrances and stuff, that's what got me in. And even if you look at how I do things now, I put on a show before the show. The entrances are all there. They're one of the main parts of what I do. Why everybody loves, they love to come watch the entrances.
We've been to a few of the fights as well when the atmosphere's that's crazy, mate.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Especially for maybe, what does the SSE hold?
10,000 we got on last time.
It's loud.
It was
very, very, very loud.
It was loud.
But
unfortunately, the result didn't go the right way. But
of course, mate.
That's boxing. I mean, you have everyone. Like, it's different in boxing because as a team, when you lose, it's like you've lost. You go again. Nobody cares. But
when you're yourself.
a competitive sport like a combat sport like boxing or MMA, and how you lose is someone beating you. You know what I mean? Like in an actual fight,
where the other person gains.
As men, especially, like that competitiveness is always it's natural, isn't it?
No, for sure.
Like fighting is like the first kind of combativeness, what we can do, and you know when you lose that way, it's hard to take. But when you lose that way in front of hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions who'll probably watch it on replays and stuff. When you lose like that, it's hard to take, and mentally to kind of have to come back from that is always hard, because not many people will suffer that way. And then at the same time, you've got like you're losing, but like you're naked to the rest of the world. The rest of the world can just kick you when you're down. You know what I mean? It's when you're most vulnerable. When you lose like that in front of people, they'll just put the boot in. Fuck him, and all this here talking shit.
But going on to the amateur scene.
Yeah.
So I'm right in saying that you are the most decorated amateur Irish boxer of all time? Male.
Yeah, because Katie Taylor, she's the queen, isn't she?
Aye.
I can say I'm the king because she's the queen.
Good, mate.
In terms of
that whole experience.
It's like I was best in the world as an amateur, the only Irish man ever to win an amateur elite world title. Still the only person. Commonwealth, European, world gold medalist, Olympic bronze medalist.
People, and that's the thing as well, obviously now being professional, people probably don't look back at that and realise what was done at the time.
See, to win a world title in the amateurs is much harder to actually win one than in the pros, because there only is one. In the pros, there's WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO. There's all these different titles.
So it's actually
there's not actually just one world champion. In the amateurs, just one. So to do that, in a sense, is harder. I was 24, 25.
It's amazing, but isn't it?
Well, loads of people be pro by and stuff, but I wanted to go to my second Olympic Games.
Try and get to the top level.
My second Olympic Games, always. It wasn't even about winning the world title in the amateurs. That was a bonus. You know what I mean? It was go and win the second Olympics.
As you do, it just happens.
That's what it was. Like, and here I wasn't even meant to go to them, because they'd already qualified for Olympics. And then I was in Portugal and I was on the drink. Family holiday. My first family holiday with my daughter. She was only born 2015. And the coach from the Irish team, Billy Walsh, rings and says, "Mick, we're going to send Kurt Walker to Europeans. If he qualifies for Worlds and Europeans and goes to the Worlds and then qualifies for Olympics, you'll have to box off to go to the Olympics." And I says, "Fuck him, I'm going." Like, Kurt's my mate, and I actually manage Kurt now. But I says, "Fuck him." I said to him, I told him this already. I says, "Fuck him, I'm going." So I ended up putting the drink down, running. We only had 2 weeks to Europeans. Had to lose like 7 kilos or something. Started doing the runs the rest of the holiday. Went to Europeans with 2 weeks training. Won the Europeans.
Right.
Had 8 weeks to the Worlds. So he says, if we can win the Europeans with 2 weeks training, they can win the Worlds with 8. So it's trained proper. Got the World Championships in to win them. I was like, I shouldn't need to have been here. Like, I've just went and done it and won it. So it was good.
But moving on to the professional scene.
Yeah.
Debut. I remember watching it.
Fucking crazy.
Madison Square Garden, sell out. St Paddy's Day, wasn't it?
St Paddy's Day.
Yeah. Conor McGregor ends up turning up to walk you out. Was it planned?
It's all planned. It was all planned.
How did it come about?
I'd contacted McGregor. I think it was... No, sorry, not contacting him. He was in Belfast and he was doing like a talk kind of thing. And I said to him in front of I got invited on the stage, and I says, there's thousands of people, and I says, "Listen, are you gonna?" I had a few drinks with me. I says, "You're gonna walk me on my debut?" And Machine says, "You got it, brother." And I shut my mouth. I says, "I fucking hold that company at the time." It's under pressure. He couldn't say no. So comes the thing. He turns up. Fucking walks like he comes in. I remember us getting my hands wrapped, and fucking next time I hear all this noise, and there he is coming down. Yeah, he's talking. I didn't even warm up. I was like, next minute I'm fucking getting ready to go in there, and like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, what the fuck is going on? I haven't warmed up here. I am shitting myself. I'm getting in front of fucking thousands of people. Sold out MSG.
He's walking you out if you get beat.
He's walking me out. I sold MSG out in a debut in a fucking 6-round fight. Who does that? Like a 6-round fight as a main event in MSG? It's never been done. Won't be done again. And thousands, all people from home were out there. I remember walking out going, I just gotta get this. And plus as well, I told everybody, third round, I'll do this on the third round. So it's like, I put pressure on myself. I was like, third round. So I'm walking in the ring, I was like, yeah. Get in the ring and like I was told, fucking, you're in now, like, we're gonna fight now. I was like, fuck me. I need to
as
get
if
this
it's just
done.
a blur, like just
it was a blur of even the performance and stuff. I look back on and going, Jesus, what did I do? That was terrible. I got it done the third round too, because the third round, if you watch it, I just start throwing like fuck. Referee jump in, because the referee says before, if I see he's not throwing back, and if you keep punching, I'll jump in and stop it, kind of thing.
So
that's what they tell. They tell you, no, like if there's ring, don't stop until no, I jump in. So I was just throwing like fuck. I remember like being completely out of breath. So I gotta keep throwing. It got stopped. Fuck me, thank God.
It's an amazing start, but
unbelievable. Like that, like it was, but at the same time, you know, it was a blessing, and it wasn't at the same time, because you know, like for me, financially it was fantastic, because like you got the eyes of the world on you. Everybody wants a piece of you, but at the same time, you got the eyes of the world on you. And when you're not performing and not developing, because I remember I was an amateur boxer for 18, whatever it was, years, 18 or 19 years, and I perfected that style. Professional boxing,
it's
completely different. Completely different. So how I explain it, like you could be a runner, like say you're a runner, and you go, what runner are you? No, you're a long distance runner or you're a sprinter. It's two completely different sports, things. But they're both running. You know what I mean? That's why how I look at professional boxing and amateur boxing. So I was like, I gotta learn and develop, but I had the eyes of the world on me. And at the start, especially the first year, the criticism I got, and like obviously being a bit younger, you feed into it and you're going, fucking, like your confidence is starting to take a bit of dent, like, you know what I mean? So performances, you know, were always being affected because I was in trying to knock people out when I should have just been using boxing ability. And using my style, but obviously I was listening to people. Oh, listen, this, and that.
Everything
affects. It was annoying, but I suppose it's all part of the journey. And would I change it? No, because for me financially it was fantastic. You know, I was getting paid good dough. I was on big platforms. You know, fucking, I fought in the MSG something like 8 or 9 times now already. I've headlined it about 5 times. You know, what I mean, who's done that so earlier in their career? And that was all very early, because since COVID, I've been fighting here at home and in the UK as well. So
only to get a night sorted at MSG.
100%. That's where I'm looking to be. By the end of the year, is back at MSG. I love one of them, because especially my fan base growing even bigger. If I went back to MSG, I think it could be special.
For sure. Professional career, we could speak probably all day, going into depth, but you went 16-0. Before getting the world title fight. So going into that fight for the world title, like how does it come about? How does it?
It's just you have to get in the position. You have to beat people obviously along the way. They get their shot, and you know the fight I had pre-world title fight was against an Irish guy, TJ Dehaney, for the interim world title. And Lee Wood fought for the world title that evening. Seen that the week before, I think it was, and he won that, and then I beat TJ,
and then it just came.
And then that was matches. You know, I was mandatory then, and that was the next fight for Wood, and that's what happened. So it was supposed to be in December, and then I got put back to the March because he was injured.
Remember, you came into the shop in the December,
yeah,
and that's at that point when all that was going on.
That's right.
But going into that fight, how does it feel? Like your whole life, you probably trained for that chance. But how? How's the experience going into that?
I was confident. I was excited, nervous. Obviously, listen. People say don't get nervous, talk shit. Like, it baffles me. You know when people say no, I never get nervous. I love fighting all year. I'd be honest, like I'd be fucking nervous as fuck. I'd be shitting myself. Like especially on the day of fight, like around lunchtime.
It's good to be honest about it.
Fuck me. Shit, I wish I could wake up tomorrow and it's all over and I've won. That's why you think usually, always. But like I was happy, you know, I was looking forward to it. Went in there, you know, full of confidence. I talked all my shit, done all my stuff.
Oh, the build up.
And then it was very good. Like it was good. Half look back and I go, oh fuck me, I bit you in the arse now because you lost. But
I think that
sells it. It sells it.
That, exactly, that's what sells the sport, and it's part of it, and it's such a big part of it. Like you look at McGregor, he's built MMA off of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So people watch it to see stuff like that happen. but the press conference was funny, mate. It
was
a good laugh. Obviously, like that night, these things happen. Maybe it didn't go your way, but how?
Some fight, wasn't it? Like a fight of the year, one fight of the year. Everywhere in the world, won a fight of the year. So you look back and go, wow, that's class. But obviously, being on the wrong side of that is heartbreaking. Like there's so much things involved in that in the fight. Like
so much.
Like, there's so much. Like even for like how whole fight went, and then the 11th round when I slipped, I was counted as knocked out. And then what happened there was, if you watch the 11th round, I'm battering Lee and like he's almost going. Then like the little exchange happens, I slip, it gets counted as knockdown. The momentum shifts, my energy drops, his energy goes up.
With the fans as well, it was crazy.
It was crazy. The noise was mental. But like then, so once that happened, the energy switched.
It's hard to get.
He had all the energy, and I was fucked. And then the 12th round happened and it happened.
After that, like the next couple of weeks after that, how, if you don't mind me asking, of course, but how does it feel?
Depressed, proper depressed. Like I went to Portugal for 4 weeks after it, and I don't think I left the room for 2 weeks. My missus, come on down and play with the kids and all the pool. I said, nah, stay in here. It was fucked.
I think as well, because as you said there, it gets to right to the end, and it probably, it's hard losing either way, but I think it's maybe a bit different. Say for example, it goes the distance, and you maybe just lose on points, you lose, but it was probably in the manner that it happened.
It was the manner it happened, everything. The first time I've ever been knocked out it was. And obviously it was a bad knockout, wasn't it? Like, because I went out of the ring and stuff, but I was actually alright in the ground. The TV actually made it much worse than what it was. People thought I was dead and stuff, for fuck's sake. But I was alright. I was awake. I was awake at the ring, and it was what it was. But it was just hard, because you got so much riding on it. You don't expect it to happen that way, and then when it happens that way, it's very, very hard to take. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, after the dust settled.
To interrupt you. Like after that, being able to come back from it, like that's probably the hardest thing to do. See, to take that, as you said, you're vulnerable, everybody sees it, you're exposed to the whole world. See, to be able to come back from that, as you did, and you went into the fight with Miguel Mariega, which wasn't an easy fight.
It probably shouldn't have been the fight I took, but I made it very easy because I was getting people saying, like, why the fuck has he took this fight and all that there? And I'm going, well, listen, I still know the good thing was when the dust settled after and stuff, and obviously when you look back on the performance, you're going, fuck me, that was some performance. Although the end didn't end how I wanted it to, it was some performance. So I was going, I'm still who I believe I am. I still know I can win a world title, and that still stands now. I still do believe I will. But I was just like, what's the point of going back into an easy enough fight? Let's go in there.
Just go for it.
And that's what I've done.
But the mindset to be able to come back from that, probably 99% of people wouldn't have been able to do it. So I think it's a good thing to look at.
Definitely, I know it'll stand me in good stead.
For sure. And then after that, is it Kareem Guerfi?
Kareem Guerfi,
So that fight as well?
It was a nice, my first one-round job I've done. It was a nice quick one. I was happy enough with it. Like.
Belfast SSE Arena as well.
I was shocked. It was one round. If you look when I start celebrating, I'm like, is it over?
Quick.
I was like, happy days. Fuck me. I'm used to doing 12 rounds because of my style of boxing. How I'm always like, I'm smart and I'm boxing, taking distance, having a look. All this here. And then fucking one round. I was like, fuck me. I was delighted. I was like, I'm home before 12 o'clock. I'm able to go on the drink because usually I'm not home to fucking 2 or something because I go back.
It's too late.
I gotta do drug tests. Obviously, you're after fighting fucking 10, 12 rounds. You're dehydrated, so you gotta really drink loads of water again. Where this time, I barely broke a sweat. I'm still hydrated. Got my piss out quick. Was able to go out on the drink, so it was good.
And then after that, obviously, a few weeks ago, world title fight against Lopez.
Yeah.
What is the thoughts going into that, knowing what happened previous?
Listen, no, I was looking at that, looking back on the Lopez fight. There's nothing I can blame or nothing I can put my finger on to go, it was this or it was that. I had a great training camp. I was as fit as I've ever been. Made weight as easy as as easy as I ever made weight, and I was getting to feel good. I felt good, felt confident all week and all. And then like before I was even going to the arena, I just felt off. Something felt off. I didn't know what it was. There was a fucked up energy going on, and I felt off. And I was like, even warming up myself, I was like, something don't feel right here. I really didn't feel it. And then I went in, and I didn't stick to no game plan.
No,
I went, fuck it, we'll just go to war right away. I was like, non-stop, let's fight. And obviously he caught me a shot. I got dropped, cornered through a towel, and I got up. It wasn't nowhere near like as fucking like scary as the league would kind of one for people. Like it was like I was down there, and if you look at it, I'm up. Towel comes in.
Are you happy that you threw the towel on?
I did, because I wasn't. He said to me around before, "What the fuck are you doing? I'm going to throw the towel in here because you're not doing what you're meant to be doing." And I was like, I'm alright. And I went out, and it was like fucking kamikaze, you know what I mean? Just getting the fucking going crazy, and whoever goes first, and obviously he dropped me in the corner of the towel, and you know, in fairness, probably saved me a lot of damage because I would have got up and I would have kept fighting, and that would have been it. Like I probably would have got hurt more, but it was caught a good shot, and you know went down, and you know, fair play Lopez.
How were you feeling after that?
I made the. Be honest, that fucking my immediate reaction was like, I'm done. Finish focus. Finish box.
Anybody's would be though?
Aye, I was just like, something wasn't right. Obviously I knew something wasn't right, I felt something wasn't right, but I was just like, what's the point, you know what I mean? Like, people don't understand the dangers of boxing, like they really don't. Like boxing's a very, very dangerous
Does that play in your head ever? So obviously as...
I'd say it probably does, you know, subconsciously, maybe, yeah. Something to probably have to fucking speak to someone about, because like, you know,
of course,
you can't have that mindset.
The older age, when you look at the damage that it can do, 100%. Like head injuries.
Like I will never have my kids box. Never. I know the dangers of it. Like nah.
We were speaking about that today.
If you ask him, would you like your kids box? I'll beg you, and when he says no.
Nah, never. Fuck up. Too dangerous, man.
But do you think that can affect performance? For example, you're going into these situations.
Possibly. Like I have my old sports psych guy, and I'll probably speak to him about that in the upcoming weeks when I start to kind of have a debrief with the team and stuff, and you know, start to reorganize things and you know, make this my last kind of run towards a world title. Because if I don't do it here, I'm done proper. If I don't do it in my next run, like I don't think I'm not going to do no more. I've always said that when I'm like 33, I'll be finished boxing.
So is that like for the next stage? Is that the plan then? Just what you said there.
Get the plan right, get the team right, and go and try to win another world title. You know, but I believe I can. I believe I have the ability to. You know, if you even look, you know. Look at Lee Wood's last performance, you know, he got knocked out by Lara, and then he came back and you know he beat him comfortably on points, and you know it shows that you know once things go right, you know things are right, it'll work out, and you know, I believe looking back, if you look back to me versus Wood, I believe I'm a well better boxer than Wood. You know he just showed unbelievable toughness and grit throughout that fight, and you gotta give him credit, and he pulled the punch of the bag which he needed, and you know, I suppose that's what winners do, isn't it?
But I've no doubt you'll be world champion one
day.
I
have no doubt, I have no doubt. You know, I'll be the first Irishman and only Irishman to win a amateur world title and pro world title.
So time away from boxing, it takes up for sure the majority of your life. But when you do manage to get that break, what does a day off look like? Any other sports? Any hobbies?
Nah, mate. Listen. Family is the main thing for me. I'm away at minimum 36 weeks of the year. I mean that's a long time. So what it is for me is just holidays. Every time I come back, I'll go away. You know, once I probably go away with the boys, the rest is all with the family. I hate being home. I don't like to be like stuck at home and like sitting in the house and just living like a normal type of lifestyle. I mean, it's not for me. I like to be out actually doing something.
You're always keeping yourself busy as well, so you're probably just used to it. You're used to just getting on.
I'm used to peace and quiet a lot of time. You know what I mean? I'm in training camp.
Aye, not the madness.
I can get up when I want, train when I want, play Call of Duty when I want. When I'm home, I'm on routine.
Smashing God?
Nah, I don't. I leave my PC and.
You only play it when you're on camp?
Aye, in camp. Aye.
You good at that?
I've done over 900 hours playing COD.
900?
Yeah, that only. Yeah, actually playing out, and that's from start of COVID.
Any other games? FIFA?
Just COD.
Warzone?
Warzone. I don't play like.
You got a lot of wins on it?
Things. Yeah, I don't even know how much, but I know I've played. Like, but
no wonder you end up brilliant at it, playing it all the time.
That's it. I'm mad at it.
But
I was never a gamer. Like everybody in my house was gamers. My little brother.
You never played it, but
I was never. I was always out, fucking getting up to no good. But they all played the game.
So you're in it
out
now?
there. Nah, I'm mad.
It's good, but because it lets you take your mind away from, as you said, training.
Well, that's the thing. If training camp, being away from home and living in England.
Is that where you're based in England?
I'm based in Surrey, just outside London. It's nice Surrey, you know, lovely spot to mat.
Just hard being away.
It's just like, it's bored, it'd be bored. No, I mean, if I didn't have COD, I'd be bored silly. But because I have COD, I'd be doing 7-8 hours days. Telling me. I train, go and train for a 2-hour session, come back, have lunch, COD, go second session, or whatever it is, come back, COD, bed, up, train, COD. Same thing, repeat every day.
But holiday destinations, when you do get that time off, where would be the place of choice?
Like if it was to like buy somewhere abroad to live, I'd live in Portugal. I love Portugal.
Nice place.
Just for the family. It's nice, quiet, chilled and stuff. Not Albufeira. I'm just outside out in Lagos and stuff, nice and just
a little bit quieter.
Quiet, nice away. And I could live there because it's just a really nice place.
For sure.
But like, you know, the last week I've been fucking traveling everywhere. We're in the Maldives, Dubai, fucking where else were? Obviously in Ibiza, Madrid.
May enjoy yourself though.
That's it, mate. Sure. In Portugal, all over the joint over there.
Now on to the sneaker chat. So best bit. So we met, just for anybody that's watching, probably about 2 years ago now. You came into the shop the day after we opened. Yeah. So it was a Sunday.
Was it? Was it the day after? I didn't know it.
So we opened on the Saturday. You came in on the Sunday. So I'm trying to think what you took that day. You took the Michigan State dunks.
Yeah.
But see now, mate, what are they like to get? See the prices of them?
Serious,
you've probably wrecked them. They're probably.
The man's probably fucking dumped. They're probably dumped them.
But at that time, you know, they were probably a wee bit more kind of reasonable. But price-wise, what are you saying? Mate, you're probably about four.
You're joking me.
Huh? Probably about 400.
It's fucking crazy. And you know what? See, when I look back on shoes I've bought throughout the years, I go, why the fuck did I spend that type of money? I have too much. Like I'll stand in my family. I have too much pair of shoes. Way too much. There's suitcases. Like I've been moving fucking house here and there for the last week because I moved in my first house. Sold it, didn't move in the house I meant to move into, so I've been renting and moving different gifts. And I keep having to put stuff in storage. I've put a few suitcases of shoes. And people are going, what the fuck? Like, I mean,
see, when you were growing up, was it something that you were into?
Nah, it was about...
Or what was the shoe when you were growing up?
The first kind of like designer shoe I bought was off, you know, Lost Souls, the clothing brand?
Yes, I've heard that.
From Liverpool.
Right.
He's like, does his own clothing and stuff. But like he was sourcing shoes at the time. And I was buying like some of their stuff, and then I seen the shoes. I was like, remember the old Balenciagas? They were big fucking stupid things, and they were like, they were plain. They weren't like the way they are now.
They were like big, called? And it had the hoops. It had the hoops and the laces like all the way up.
I think so. But
I know the ones you're talking about.
Disgusting looking. Like no one look back on that because they just look like fucking 2 breeze blocks on my feet, and I have wee skinny legs. And I can't wear big fucking stupid things.
And it's just clumpy.
But like. At the same time, I didn't know like get like a size down. No, so I got my size were too big of me and all that. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Spent like fucking at the time, I think it was like 500 quid on them. I was like,
easily?
Fuck me, I'm going
easily. But you've built up, well, from me anyway, unless you're cheating on me. But
nah, it's only from you. It's only from you. To me.
You've built up a good collection. Off the top of my head, you've got there's a bit of everything. There's dunks, there's sakis,
there's pairs of dumps.
You've got the Wave Runners, which are probably the favourite.
Yeah.
The Yeezys, the OG Yeezys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else off the top of my head. There's a good few pair of dunks in there. There must be a lot of colours.
My favourite are the dunks. There's too many.
What would be
dunks.
the favourite in the collection?
My favourite is probably the Skechers, the purple ones. Purple, no, why? Because they're a comfortable shoe, and they'll stay in.
Everything.
They'll stay in
for sure. And I think see with the Sakis as well, especially with the purple, like these shoes have never been released since they got released.
I know.
Maybe a few times there might be like wee surprise drops of that, but the chances are they're never going to bring them out again.
I know.
So see, like for example, if I see you in 5-10 years wearing them, you're like, that's class. And it brings it back.
I'm not seeing me do that, mate.
And it brings it back for sure.
Mine's be ruined by it.
Have you got any shoes that you would go for next?
What?
New Balance?
The New Balance. I like them.
We've got a pair on the way.
Nice casual. You got me on them already, aye. They're en route. Nice and casual, chill.
Comfortable?
Aye, comfortable. I run about fucking wearing barefoot shoes at the minute, like, no, I mean,
I can't believe you've not got on a pair of shoes for this.
I know, I can't even talk about fucking shoes at the minute. Look at the fucking state of these things, don't you?
But
they look like flippers.
To be honest, they're no as bad as boxing shoes. That needs to be something that needs to be spoken about.
Listen, I'm trying to get someone to do
They are the worst things I've seen, mate.
Well, actually, Reebok done me my own. So I had custom Reeboks.
Surely you could.
Mine's were green and gold. I know. Here, listen. Have you seen the fucking thing? Actually, I've seen the likes of Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. They were wearing custom Air Force.
We'll need to get something.
Custom Air Force made in the boxing boots. I mean,
could try it.
They looked unbelievable. Like,
because if you're going to be putting yourself on the line, you're as well doing it in style.
I actually think Nike done them for them. Or Jordan or whatever, someone done them for them because they're actual boxing boots.
The normal boxing shoes are bad, aren't they?
Some shape ones like.
So this is a bit I've been dreading the whole interview, but it's now time for the challenge. So, what are you thinking?
So Joe's going to take a body shot. I don't know whether it's going to be with protection on or bare body.
I'm saying protection.
I think bare body, but he's saying protection. So. No, for legal reasons, we'll let him.
Bare body, I think I'll end up in the, what's the hospital? The Royal. End up the Royal.
Right.
That's us geared up to go, and this is a body shot challenge with Michael Conlan.
Let's go. Big against all, son.
Right, so what's the plan here?
Just keep your hands, hold your hands here, yeah?
Here?
Yeah, push it in. Yeah. I respect it. Watch your arms. I'm not going to hit you in the balls, so you can move your arms away.
That's a level shot, that, innit? Oh,
I don't know if I hit him in the liver or not there.
Now that we've took a wee break for the body shot challenge, managed to stand it a wee bit.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you very much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Best of luck with whatever's next in the future. We'll be there to support anyway. But again, another episode done, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.